Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Brunswick High School on the second to last day of 2025 for our first girls basketball game of the BHSN season. I am joined for the very first time by Truman Kosinski. You guys might know his brother Kaz. Maybe. Might have heard that name once or twice. Truman, are you excited today, man?
It's great to be here, Robbie. I'm proud to finally get called up to the team.
We have a depleted roster. Ethan Patterson at hockey practice. Kaz doing something, but very happy to have Truman here. Very excited for this one. This should be, looks like a good Lewiston team. They are 2-3 to the Dragons 3-3. Pretty even in Class A North. Dragons coming at number 5 and Lewiston number 9. A very young Dragon team, Truman.
Yes, very freshman-oriented. I think 3 of the 5 starters in this team are freshmen. So it is a younger team, but that will benefit them later.
That is true. Of a bit of a height advantage for Lewiston on the opening tip-off. Up a quick ahead, picked off there by Sadie Mullen. The Dragons will get the ball back. Here is Bowden. Will loft it inside. It is caught by Medor. Medor back out to Bowden. Bowden to Bowden. She'll leave it off. And now outside to Almeida. Almeida will get it back under the rim. Guarded tightly by Roque. Will loft outside to Bowden. Now to Medor in the paint. Medor outside. Will give it back to her. Here's Croto off the glass and in.
Oh, it's a blocking foul. It's a charge, so it'll be Brunswick ball, no basket.
This will be the freshman Grace Roque to inbound from the baseline. Here's Mishu across to Mullen. Mullen will try to bounce it back to Mishu. It's picked off by Bowden. Bowden will loft it up to Medor. She makes a nice catch in the paint off the glass, and she scores our first points of the early afternoon. Here is Mullen. Up the court now in her left hand for the Dragons' first offensive possession. Finds Cantrell. Cantrell outside to Mishu. Mishu to Mullen. Now to Cantrell. Cantrell will down back here. Mullen for 3. And she scores. Banks it in off the glass, and the Dragons have a lead.
That was a great shot there from Sadie Mullen.
Mullen now on defense. Up ahead. Medor has it ripped out by Roque. Jacob Goldstone will grab that ball and give it to Roque to inbound. Here's Mishu. She will bounce to Lemichkova. Now here is Roque, top of the key. Roque will survey. She's guarded tightly there by Croto. Lemichkova off the glass, won't go.
Basket will be no good. We'll stay Brunswick ball here. Lewiston staying very aggressive at the start.
Pass caught by Mullen. She'll try to loft it back to Roque, and it is taken away by Almeida. Here's Almeida into the front court for the Blue Devils. She'll find Bowden. Bowden to Croto. Croto puts up the jumper, hits the front of the rim. Kept in bounds by Bowden. She lofts it, caught by Medor outside for 3, and clanks off the back of the rim. Almeida with a nice rebound, though, and the Dragons get possession back with Mullen. Here's Mullen to Cantrell. Cantrell in the paint. Was hugged for a moment there by Medor. Almeida gets possession back for the Blue Devils. Medor in the paint, makes the catch, misses off the glass. Almeida with the offensive rebound, she scores. Lewiston reclaims the lead.
I think there's a very evident size advantage for Lewiston here going to the start of this game.
Yes, Emma Medor is about a foot taller than anyone on the Dragon roster. But Brunswick takes the lead back. Here is Bowden. Will bounce to Medor. Medor surrounded. Back outside to Croto. Croto, nice move. Will feed back to Medor off the glass and scores. That seems to be an unstoppable.
Again, Robbie, it's the size advantage inside that's going to kill the Dragons tonight. It's becoming clear.
What do you do against that?
You got to maybe throw in a double team for the Dragons. It's going to be unfortunate when there's such a mismatch in size.
Of course, just 2 years ago, this Brunswick Dragons girls basketball team won the state championship. Last season, though, of their starting 5, they had, I believe, 4 seniors, and then the only non-senior was Juliana Morin, who is now playing at Cushing Academy. So that whole starting 5 from last year is gone.
Yeah, big shift here for the Dragons. I mean, losing your whole starting 5 clearly plays a toll on the team, you know?
Still have won 3 games, though. Steal here, Croto under the rim. Won't fall. Roke with the rebound. Dragons gain back possession. Here's Mishu into the front court. In her left hand will bounce to Mullen. Mullen inside looking for Roke. It was broken up by Croto.
Looks like Lewiston stepped out there. It'll be Brunswick ball.
We have no one extra to control the scoreboard today, so that is why we have no clock and just the score. But thank you, Truman, for doing that score as well as calling the game. If anyone wants to drive out here and run the scoreboard, just go for it. We'll take anyone. Here's Medor. Bowden into the front court. Will give it to Jackson, and she'll score. Here is Roke. Will find Mullen. Mullen up ahead to Lomachkova. Now back to Mullen. Mullen into the paint. Medor will steal it and give the ball to Todorico. Todorico up ahead to Jackson. Jackson open in the corner is Tardif Mockler. Now here's Medor. Will wrestle that ball away and score yet again. Size advantage continues for the Blue Devils. They have not scored a 3 yet. 5 twos, and they lead. Here's Bowden into the paint. Hits off the rim. And here is Mullen. Will find Roke. Roke into the front court. Surrounded by a trio of Blue Devils, and will lose possession.
It'll be 2 shots here, I believe. 2 shots for... Oh, nope, never mind. It'll be Dragons ball on the inbound.
Roke will inbound from the offensive baseline. Lofts it up, caught by Mullen. Mullen will find and won't go for Mishu. Check-in now is Allie Gentle. She'll take out Natalie Cantrell. Cantrell, the lone senior on this Dragon team. Inbounding now is Todorico. Bowden will cut back on Tardif Mockler. Bowden, another nice move outside of Jackson. Jackson will not take the 3. Will loft it up for Medor. Medor makes the catch. Jackson outside to Bowden. That should be a backcourt violation. Well, bit of a rare call. You don't see that too much.
Yeah, missed pass there by Lewiston. Will lead to a turnover.
Cheyenne Shipley will check in for Tardif Mockler. Allie Gentle, sorry. Gentle out and Shipley in. Of course, Shipley's sister Dakota plays Division III basketball at USM. Her 3 attempt will not fall. Bowden up the court will be caught. And now here's Medor in the paint, off the glass, won't fall. And a great defensive rebound there by Rope, as here is now Mullen. Will give it up to Mishu. Mishu will survey. Give it to Lomachkova. Lomachkova bounces to Shipley. Shipley takes the hard hit from Jackson.
There'll be 2 shots for the Dragons here. I think this size advantage from number 33, Emma Medor, is becoming very clearly a problem for the Dragons.
Now we got a technical.
Officials discussing who the foul was against. Here is Shipley now. They'll switch her first. I doubt that the free throw shooters mind the quiet gym. Emma Medor will leave the game for Wright. 14 in blue. Still, I believe, the tallest player on the court, but not as tall as Medor, of course. Blue Devils looking to retain that size advantage. Bowden outside will be caught, and here's a 3 attempt. A plank off the rim. Wright looked to bounce out to Bowden and missed out of bounds. That was Tardif Mockler who missed that shot for the Blue Devils. I did call Allie Gentle Tardif Mockler. I'm very, very sorry to the whole Gentle family.
It's sloppy play here from Lewiston. That's 2 missed passes that is going to lead to turnovers.
Here's Mullen. Will try to find Shipley. Guarded tightly by Jackson, though. Lofted up will be caught by Mishu. Mishu will cut back, find Mullen. Mullen inside, caught by Roke. Roke will survey. Will be slapped by Wright.
I'm not sure. Is that will that be a shooting foul? It will be a shooting foul. No, it will not. Oh, it will be a shooting foul, actually. Confusion between the referees here.
Officials a bit indecisive. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in our first quarter. Rope will miss her first. Shipley will check back out for Cantrell. Rope makes her second and cuts it to a 2-point game. Here is Bowden guarded by Cantrell. Lofts it up. Wright could not handle it. And Jackson gets the ball back for Lewiston. For 3, won't fall. That was Todorico. Here is Mullen up the court. Will drop off to Cantrell. Cantrell to Mullen. And Mishu now with the ball. Dragons trying to run some clock, maybe trying to have this be the last possession of the quarter. But here's a 3 attempt, no good for Lomachkova. Wright will bounce ahead. Cantrell trying to get the steal, and she gets it ahead to Lomachkova. Here now, Lomachkova under the glass, and she scores. The Dragons have tied the game.
Dragons have picked up the intensity here at the end of this first quarter.
With 4 and 3, Blue Devils looking for some type of buzzer beater. Bowden will not get it off. Not what Ella Bowden wanted there, for sure.
Dragons cleaned it up a lot more at the end of that. Led it to a tie game.
So 10-10 as we go into the second quarter. Dragons probably carrying some momentum.
So Robert, do you know how long the stoppages are between the quarters?
I'm going to go with 60 seconds personally.
60 seconds, all right. It's personal for you. It's not.
That's
not statistical. It's like
no. That's personal to what I think. Yeah. I understand that Emma Medor is human and gets tired, but if I were the Lewiston head coach, I would just keep her in the entire game. That height advantage is just insane, and the second that she left the game, the Dragons scored about 5 straight points. So I'm sorry, Emma, I know you're going to get tired, but if Lewiston wants to win this game, I think she should not come out for the rest of it.
She really benefits them both on offense and defense. We saw it when she got subbed out. The Dragons could get to the rim much easier. And we're allowed to tie this game back up.
That is 33 in blue that we are talking about. Emma Medor, a freshman for the Blue Devils. Mullen has the lone 3 for the Dragons today. Roque makes the catch, will spin, and could not score.
It'll be a shooting foul, 2 shots again for Grace Roque. She seems to be getting to the line a lot this game.
Makes her first. 2 for 3 on the day from the line so far.
The Dragons take the lead for the first time this game as well.
Yeah, how about that? I think after that first 3 from Mullen, they had the 3-2 lead. Their first lead since then, though. I think we know what the recipe for success will be for the Blue Devils. Lofted inside to 33. Emma Medor. Here's Crodo. Will hand off to Tardif Mockler. Tardif Mockler outside of Bowen. Bowen makes the catch inside to Medor. Makes the beautiful catch and scores off the glass.
That's what we said, Robbie. Lob it to 33. The height advantage is really something.
Here's Mishu into the paint, lofts it up, hits the front rim, and defensive rebound by guess who? Emma Medor. Into the paint, Grace Roque with a nice block. But Lewiston has tied this game back up.
It's great defense there.
Interesting with the silver lining about the very quiet gym today. We can hear pretty much every word that the players on the court say. That's
It adds an interesting dynamic to the game.
Here for a long 2 is Lomichkova. Won't fall. Bowden up the court. Finds Tardif Mockler. She will find Crodo. Crodo to Bowden. Bowden will loft it up too far for Medor.
Dragons are staying much more aggressive on defense. Maybe that's something Farrell put them up to.
Here's Mishu. Lomichkova. And nice play by Roque to get possession away from Crodo. Crodo steals it right back, though. Drive by Tardif Mockler. No good. And now here's Mullen up the court. Will loft it up over her head and hits, I believe, the top of the backboard there.
That was the top of the backboard. That was not a great shot, but
That's not a whistle if it hits the top of the backboard?
I think it really depends. I've seen it called, I've seen it not called. I'm not sure at this point, I'll be honest.
Here now is Mishu. We'll leave it off for Mullen. Mullen fires inside, caught by Lomichkova, takes a couple steps and scores off the glass. Dragons retake the lead.
It's a great finish there.
Would you call that a Euro step?
I don't know. I think it's more of just a powerful driving layup. A Euro step is more hopping from one foot to another.
One-handed catch by Bowden. She is doubled in the corner and falls right in front of the Dragon bench. Will be helped up by Natalie Cantrell might have to go in the Dragons, the Brunswick High Sports Network sportsmanship compilation. We, of course, will have BHSN awards at the end of the year, and the sportsmanship award is one of them. I think that play there by Natalie Cantrell might have to put her in the running.
The Lewiston parents here are very upset with the referee's calls, and the gym is very quiet today, so you can hear everything they're saying.
Checking in for Lewiston is Chloe Croto. Have to imagine she is the twin of number 1 in blue, Piper Croto, both juniors for the Blue Devils. Roke outside. Croto will knock it back to Jackson. Up the court, a 2-on-1 for the Blue Devils. Jackson, no look, back to Croto off the glass, and she scores. Nice play by Lewiston, and they tie the game.
I mean, not much you can do there in a 2-on-1 situation. Just a poor decision to inbound it there for the Dragons.
Mullen to Mishu. Lomachkova inside, caught Roke. Roke outside to Lomachkova. Mullen has an open Cantrell. Cantrell bounces inside to Roke. And out of bounds, Lewiston basketball.
Come on, White, let's go! Come on!
Croto will find Jackson. Jackson now in her left hand, loses the ball. Wrestling now with Lomachkova. And now here's Mishu guarded by Jackson. That is a freshman on freshman. Mullen open from 3. Off that back of the rim. Rebound though by Lomachkova. Mishu gets the ball back for Brunswick. We'll find Mullen. Mullen to Lomachkova, now to Mishu. Inside, tried to get it to Roke and swatted away. Lewiston gets possession back.
I think the freshman-oriented Dragons, it's beginning to show with the 3 freshmen not having been subbed out yet for the Dragons.
Medor misses that shot from the inside. If the Dragons do want to win this game, they have to hope that Medor will keep missing those, because that is a very hard play to stop, lofting inside to Medor. How tall do you think she is?
I don't know. It might be up there in the 6-foot range. It's. Oh, that's a great
3 by Senia Jackson. And that is the lead back for the Blue Devils. Jackson gets the steal as well. All the way across, caught by Croto. Croto inside to Medor. Medor to Jackson. Jackson will try another 3. Won't fall. Planks off the rim. Here's Mullen guarded by Medor. Mullen, the Dragons' top threat from 3, guarded by Medor there to discourage any of those attempts. Here's a 3 though for Lomachkova. Hits the backboard, and that's it.
Lewiston ball. Although the score is fairly close, it feels like Lewiston is dominating possession a little bit here.
I would agree. Todorico and Bowden check in for Lewiston. Bowden will find Todorico. Wonder if the Dragons just want to kill time until Emma Medor gets taken out of the game.
It's not a bad strategy. She clearly is a threat.
There is Croto, hits a back-to-back 3s. Oh, they called that along too? Okay. Here is Mishu to Mullen. Now to Roke. Gets the height advantage on Jackson. Now Loft, nice give and go here to Roke, and she scores.
That's great offense there from the Dragons. Again, it's the freshman. It's Grace Roke and Sadie Mullen there connecting to make that play happen.
That's probably the top team offensive play the Dragons have had thus far. Here's Mishu. Gets the pick by Roke. Mishu will loft it up off the glass and cut it to a 1-point game. Back-to-back nice plays.
They added the wrong point.
Yeah. There we go, 21-18. Here's Jackson from 3, clanks off the back of the rim. Rebound by Medor. And Puerto Rico could not handle that pass.
The ball movement here from Lewiston is not what you want to see from Lewiston supporters.
Timeout from Lewiston.
Three-point game here with a minute left.
I believe with the timeout that will allow Eben Medor to play the remainder of the quarter. That really just makes it extremely hard for the Dragons to shoot from 3 and drive and play defense.
Lewiston does seem to be aware of the shooting threat on the Dragons.
We have someone here to run our scoreboard. Thank you, Eben White. Yep, appreciate it. And turn the clock back on. I think you will be just fine, Eben. Oh, did we set it to the second quarter? Nope. There we go. Just set that to 103 and then press play when it comes on. Thank you very much, Eben.
Shout out Eben White for helping me better commentate the game.
That will be +2 community service hours for Eben. Here is Mullen. We'll find Mishu. Down to 50 seconds left. Gentle.
Travel there.
Is that Gentle who traveled?
That is Gentle who with the travel there and lose possession.
Here's Bowden. We'll find Croto. Croto surveys all the way across. Nice pass to Jackson, who already has a 3. That one hits the front of the rim, though. Croto gets the nice rebound. Here's Medor. Medor outside to Jackson. Jackson pass just caught by Croto. Croto guarded tightly by Lomachkova. And now stolen by Lomachkova. And Mullen with the ball back for Brunswick. 20 seconds left. Dragons should look to run the clock down and take the final shot. Lomachkova will find Mishu. Mullen, I would call the top threat from 3. Maybe the Dragons try to get the ball to her here. Here's Roke with 6 seconds. Roke will drive into the paint, has the ball ripped away. Jump ball.
That's unfortunate for the Dragons. They really wanted the last shot there.
Jackson most likely the top threat from 3 for Lewiston. I would look for them to try to get the ball to her or just loft it up to Eben Medor. That's probably a good strategy as well. Jelena Metrovic will check in for the first time for Brunswick, as well as Cantrell. Caught by Jackson. We're 3 and 2 and 1, and for the second consecutive quarter, Lewiston has the ball but cannot get off a heave attempt.
It's not good. I bet you coach will be upset about that in the huddle. You should get a shot off.
Well, that'll do it for our first half of action. We'll mute the stream for the next 9 minutes and 50 seconds to get you back here for more girls basketball action on Brunswick High Sports Network. Brandon Ware on the camera, Truman, Kosinski, and Robert Bowen on the microphone, and now Eben White himself on the scoreboard.